Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Blasted OG. Today we're coming in with another story time. Now, this story time comes in. This is another one of those story times from my first few months living in Bryson City when I just moved out and all the craziness really started to happen. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would be a great help to the channel. You can find my socials down in the description, and it'd be cool if you checked out the Patreon too. It's free for 7 days. Come on. Today's story time takes place November 23rd, 2021. I have the picture, we'll pop it up on here. If somehow you didn't see it on the thumbnail. But on this day, we decided we're going to skip school and we were going to go get high because it was a nice day out and we didn't want to be trapped inside all day. As per usual nowadays. I'd get dressed, I'd take a little shower if I could. I'd smoke myself a bowl before the bus came, and then I'd get on the bus and I'd get to school. And then I'd do my little things so I could skip school. I'd get into the school. I'd try to find myself a bathroom with my homies in it, and we'd gather up and we'd talk about what we were going to do for the day. Things were a little different this time because I couldn't find the homie Josh. And I snapped him and I was like, yo, homie, where'd you go? Where you at? I'm trying to meet up so we can figure out what we're going to do today. And he snaps me back, and he's already left school. And when I say he's left school, I don't mean he's just like completely left or anything. I mean he jumped the fence, and he's chilling in the woods smoking. And so Josh lets me know that he's out there smoking, and I say, okay, bet I'm on my way. So I just walk out of the school. Dude, nobody gives a fuck. I just pop the door open and I just walk. If anyone really asked, I'd just say I was going up to the weightlifting class because I'd say that was my first class for the day. Not like the teachers would actually know it all. So I make my way up there. I jump the fence that they had that would separate the school grounds from the rest of the world or whatever you want to say. And I started calling out for Josh, and he'd call back to me. So we played this little Marco Polo game so I could find him. And so I get up there to him eventually. It took me about maybe 2 or 3 minutes walking through the woods to find him. And the first thing I do is I'm like, hey man, what's up? And he doesn't even say, hey, how's it going? Nothing. He just instantly passes me the bowl and blows out a fat fucking cloud. And I'm like, all right, we're getting active. So, I sit down next to him. We start smoking this bowl up and stuff. And there wasn't really much else to talk about. I mean, to be honest, we smoked one bowl because he barely had any weed left, and we sat there for maybe another 30 minutes just shooting the shit, waiting for the sun to come up in it to get a little bit warmer so we could just leave school. We also had to wait for the SROs, the school resource officers, to get to the school so that way while we were leaving, they wouldn't just be driving past us and be like, hey, what are you doing? So we wait our time, probably about 30 minutes or so, and at this point we believe the SROs are at the school, the sun's up, let's just get on out of here. So in some story times, we'd leave from the baseball fields and stuff to get out of school. Instead, this time, which we ended up doing a lot more commonly, was we'd walk all the way up this road because there's a road that cuts right through my high school, which actually takes you to the road to nowhere. And that's a little tourist spot that's actually pretty sick, and it's a pretty cool place to smoke. Um, but we walk up this road and we make a little left turn early on. We're not walking to the road to nowhere or nothing. And we make our way down and we finally get into town. There's not a lot to really talk about the walk. We just kind of walked and talked, shot the shit the whole time. And so we get into town and we're wanting to smoke again already. But we can't really find a place to sit down and smoke at all. So we just kind of skated around on skateboards for the time being, and nothing really too eventful or too cool or special really happened. So there's not much to really talk about. But I want to say we got around to about 11 o'clock, 11 in the morning, and we decided instead of smoking a bowl, let's smoke a joint. And so we're trying to think about where we're going to go to smoke this joint. And then we remembered that a lot of crackheads like to go under the bridge and smoke their meth and their crack. So we decided, let's just go down there. It's not like they're gonna mess with us. We'll press them. Fuck it, who cares? We're a bunch of teenagers in our fucking prime. We'll just fuck them up. And that's what we thought. So we make our way over to this bridge, and we climb under this bridge, and we're sitting down. Nobody's there. There's just like fucking blankets and fucking old trashy shit down there. There's no homeless people, no crackheads, no nothing. And so like, okay, this is all right. And we sit on, I don't know what to call it, but it's like those cement things, like those cement supports that they have under the bridges, so like they don't fall apart. I don't know what to fucking tell you. But we're sitting over that, like we got our legs dangling above the water and stuff, and we decide let's roll this joint. So I let my homie Josh roll the joint because he was wanting to roll one real bad, and I said, "Fuck it, man. I don't really want to roll a joint. I want to smoke one, so you roll it." So he rolls up this little joint, and when I say it was a fucking struggle joint, I don't even think it was a point .5. And now that may not sound like a whole lot, and it really wasn't. But at this point in time, we were complete fiends, and if there was weed to smoke, we were gonna smoke it no matter how little it was, and we were gonna share it, and we're gonna try to both get stoned. You know what I mean? Sorry, I got a little notification on there. I don't know if you heard it. I'm sorry if you did. Let me fix that. Just looked at the notification on my phone, and it said my grandfather is on TikTok. I don't even want to get into that. All right. So I say we give it about a minute or so, and Josh finally gets this little struggle joint rolled up, and so we're gonna light it. So he puts this joint in his mouth, and he starts to light it up. And I don't know what he did. I don't blow out when I'm trying to hit a joint. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm trying to light one, I kind of inhale to get the fire in there and light it all up. But he takes a little inhale, and then he blows. And he didn't have his hands on the joint enough, and he had one hand on the lighter and the joint in his mouth. And so when he blows, he just shoots the fucking joint into the water. The last bit of weed we have, the last paper we have, we are fucked. And so we're thinking, like, what do we take it out? What do we do? And I'm just like, nah, man, that shit's fucked up. Like, it's all wet. We can't even smoke that no more. All the trichomes have been washed away, whatever the fuck. And so we're just kind of sad at this point. We don't really know what the fuck we're gonna do. And we just decided, well, we can't fucking sit around here and do nothing. So we kind of just got back up from the bridge and just continued skating for the rest of the day. After the day was over, we went back to his girlfriend's house, which was where he was staying. And, we ground up a whole grinder worth of weed, and we smoked back to back to back bong rips. And that's practically it. There's not much more else to tell about this story. Bro dropped the fucking last joint we had. We didn't get to smoke for another 6 hours that day until we got to his girlfriend's house after school. And so, yeah, man, if you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. I know this video didn't have too much in it, but I thought it was a funny little video about the homie dropping the last bit of weed we had in the water when he could have just simply lit it up, or he could have even handed it to me to light it up, and this story wouldn't have even ever happened. We would have just gotten stoned. That would have been the end of it. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys, so I'll see y'all later. Check me out on stream. If you guys somehow watch this video before I start streaming, that'd be pretty cool, but you probably won't. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm getting out of here. Peace.